Hello, today let us see what are the differences between mean occupation numbers in Bose-Einstein, Fermi-Dirac and Maxwell-Boltzmann cases. So we know the mean occupation number NE average is equal to 1 divided by z raised to minus 1 e raised to beta e plus a, where z is equal to e raised to mu divided by kt, where mu is the chemical potential and k is the Boltzmann constant, and also beta is equal to 1 divided by k times the temperature T. Therefore, if you substitute this thing in the equation, and NE average is equal to 1 divided by e raised to beta is 1 by kt, so e by kt, for e minus mu divided by kt plus a. Okay. So this is the mean occupation number in this is general expression for mean occupation number. Now let us see one by one. So if in the case of in the Fermi-Dirac case, a equal to 1 plus 1. Okay. Therefore, the mean occupation number become 1 divided by e raised to e minus mu divided by kt plus 1. Okay. This number never greater than 0, because this is the average of all NEs. Okay. So the NE value, NE can have value either 0 or 1. So if you average all these numbers 0 or 1s, then you will not get a number greater than 1. So this is always less than or equal to 1. This occupation number, mean occupation number in the case of Fermi-Dirac. Okay. If now this energy of a level is less than the chemical potential, and also this E minus mu by E minus mu divided by, the modulus of this thing divided by kt is very much greater than 1. Okay. So E is less than mu, and this quantity, the ratio of E minus mu divided by kt, its magnitude is greater than or very much greater than 1. Then this value in the exponent in this expression is very much a negative value, large negative value. Okay. So in that case, so this tends to, this 1 by NE tends to, this is e raised to minus infinity, tends to e raised to minus infinity. Therefore, e raised to minus infinity become, this is equal to 1 by infinity. It tends to 0. Okay. This tends to 0. This term tends to 0. So this 0 plus 1 is 1. So this NE tends to 1, which is the maximum value of NE. E less than mu ആണ്, chemical potential കുറഞ്ഞ energy ആണെങ്കിൽ, then, and also the magnitude of this quantity is very high. അങ്ങനെയാണെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ആ സമയത്താണ് NE ക്ക് maximum value. NE can have maximum value of 1. If NE is 1, average NE is 1 means what? In average NE, if average NE is 1, all the level has the number 1. Okay. Then if you take average of all these ones, then you will get average is equal to 1. If some 0 comes here, then the average is less than 1. Okay. So that's it. So maximum value of 1 is obtained when this happens. Okay. Now if E is greater than mu, the energy greater than chemical potential, then this the second case also E minus mu is anyway positive divided by kt is very much greater than 1, then Ne tends to Ne. So this e raised to plus infinity it become. Okay, so this is equal to infinity. So infinity plus 1. So 1 divided by infinity it will become. So this Ne tends to 0. Okay, Ne approaches 0 when E is very much greater than. So these are the cases of Fermi-Dirac. So we can plot a graph. We can plot a graph in this axis E minus mu divided by kt. Okay, so here this value is corresponding to 0. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. Minus 1, minus 2, etc. And we have a value of 1 here. Let me put this as 1. So this is n of mean occupation number. Okay, 1, 2, etc. Now the maximum value of Fd is 1. So that is when this E minus mu by kt tends to minus infinity. Okay, so it never touches this value. Sorry, it would never be greater than this value 1. So the small value of E minus mu by kt, this will be. And next we can see what happens when E is equal to mu. E is equal to mu, then this will become n of E, and E become what? 1 divided by. So the first term in the expression, in the denominator, E raised to 0 plus 1. So E raised to 0 is 1, 1 plus 1 is, so this become 1 plus 1 equal to 1 by 2. So at this point the value of Ne is equal to 1 by 2. So we can draw a line over here. So this value, and as this is 0.5. Okay, so this goes like this, asymptotically moves along the axis. Okay, so this is the graph for Fermi-Dirac case. Next is Bose-Einstein case. Bose-Einstein case. Here A equal to minus 1. Therefore, the average number of particle in each level, or average number of particle in a single state, is given by 1 divided by E raised to E minus mu divided by kt minus 1. But we have considered that in this case, in the Bose-Einstein case, we know the grand partition function Q. We have derived the grand partition function Q as the product of 1 divided by 1 minus z e raised to minus beta e. Okay. So to get this expression, we have assumed that z e raised to minus beta e is less than 1. Okay. So this was the result of what? Product of. So this is a geometric progression. Its value converges to 1 divided by 1 minus, if it is x, 1 divided by 1 minus x when x is less than 1. So we have assumed, we have considered like that. Therefore, we can write in this expression also, we can use the same thing. So here, what is z? E raised to mu divided by kt, then e raised to e minus e divided by kt is less than 1. So this is z, and this is e raised to minus e by beta e. Therefore, you can write e raised to mu divided by kt. This goes this side, so this will become plus e divided by kt. So e raised to mu divided by kt is less than e raised to e divided by kt. Therefore, you can write mu is less than e. Okay, or energy levels. Mu is always less than for Bose-Einstein. For for Bose-Einstein case. Okay, that is if you have many energy levels. Okay, so this is E1, E0, E1, E2, etc. Okay, so our chemical potential is less than this E0. Okay. Now, if the chemical potential is equal to if the chemical potential is equal to the lowest energy level E0, then we can write this thing as what is the mean occupation number Ne as 1 divided by e raised to e. E is E0 minus E0 divided by kT minus 1. So what happens? This is equal to 1 divided by e raised to 0. E raised to 0 is 1 minus 1. Okay. So this become infinity. So if this is the case, if mu is equal to the lowest energy level, so this is the lowest energy level, then the occupation number of that level is 0. Infinite. That means infinite number of particles present in the lowest energy level. This is termed as, this is called Bose-Einstein condensation. Okay, Bose-Einstein condensation. So this leads to Bose-Einstein condensation. So what is Bose-Einstein condensation? In the lowest energy level, maximum number of particles. Okay, so the occupation number of that particular, the lowest level is infinite. Now, when E minus mu divided by kT is very much greater than 1, so what happens? So Ne, this Ne tends to 0. So that means it approaches the 0 axis. Okay. If you plot a graph separately, so here this is E minus mu divided by kT axis. This is average Ne axis. Then, so this is 0 value of e raised to minus mu by kT. So that means E equal to mu. So when this energy, that is, it cannot have any value if this mu is always less than all energy. Therefore, we will not have a graph, the portion of graph in this side. Okay. So graph will be from here. Okay. Now if E equal to 0, so what is that? This is infinity. So when mu is equal to E0, that is the lowest energy level. So this energy level E0. So then at this point this become infinity, and as we move towards the right, that is when E minus mu by kT increases, this exponentially decreases and approaches to this axis. Okay. So this is the graph of Bose-Einstein case. Okay. So this is the Bose-Einstein graph. The last one is the Maxwell-Boltzmann case. Maxwell-Boltzmann case. So in this Maxwell-Boltzmann case, the value of A is equal to 0. Therefore, Ne is equal to okay. So this is equal to e raised to mu or minus e minus mu divided by kT. This way. So this is Ne of ME. So therefore, this is proportional to, we can write this is proportional e raised to minus e divided by kT. Okay. So if we plot a graph, so this is in this axis e minus mu divided by kT, and e axis, so this is 0 value, 1, 2, minus 1, minus 2, etc. As E increases, E minus mu also increases, therefore E minus mu by kt increases, so we can we can draw the graph like this. Okay, so this graph also approaches the this axis, horizontal axis, when E minus mu by kt tends to plus infinity. Okay. Therefore, we can draw all the graph in the single, all the curves in the single graph. So, E minus mu divided by kt in this axis and E average. And first, this value is, so this is the case for Fermi Dirac, and there is Bose Einstein. Okay, then there is so the first case is Fermi Dirac. This is Bose Einstein, whose value is mu is always less than E. Therefore, E minus mu is always greater than 0. So this graph will not have any part in this side. Okay. So this is for Maxwell-Boltzmann case. So in all these three cases, so we can observe that as E minus mu divided by kt is very much greater than 1, all these three graphs merge together. That means the distinction between the quantum statistics, Fermi Dirac Bose Einstein are quantum statistics and Maxwell Boltzmann is classical. So the distinction between the quantum statistics and classical statistics tend to disappear when E minus mu divided by kt tends to 1. Okay. For all practical value of this quantity E minus mu by kt, this the difference between quantum statistics and the distinction between quantum statistics and classical statistics tends to disappear, or we can say that it is imperceptible to case because it tends to this same zero curve. We can write what is the value of Ne? Ne value of Ne is very much less than 1. Okay. See, it is very negligible. That's the thing. So therefore, we can write. It implies that the probability of any of the Ne being greater than unity is quite negligible. So there are many energy levels. Okay. So the probability of particle occupying in these levels, any of these levels, is very much less than 1. Okay. Very negligible probability. And also, we know that the higher the temperature T of the system, the better the validity of classical treatment. When temperature is very high, classical treatment is valid. Okay. If temperature is very low, then we cannot take classical treatment. So in this case, in our case, this E minus mu divided by kt very much greater than 1 implies that if energy is fixed, then mu can have negative value here. If E minus mu should be very high. Okay. So in this case, if mu is already negative value, then E minus of some negative value this become plus. Okay. So this mu is negative large negative value. What is Z? Z is equal to E raised to mu divided by kt. This mu has negative large value means what? This is Z is very much E raised to some negative value, some minus x, where x is very large. So E raised to minus x is this is E raised to plus x. 1 divided by E raised to x, very much less than 1. Okay. So Z is very much less than 1. So the value of Z is very small. So this expression E minus mu divided by kt, that means in this case Ne is very much less than 1. When Ne is very much less than 1, we can write Z is very much less than 1. Okay. So we know that average number of particles in grand canonical ensemble. So what is average number of particles? N bar or N is equal to, we have derived this relation, Z V F of T. So in the grand canonical ensemble, that chapter we have studied this expression. N is equal to Z V F of T. What is V F of T? If for ideal gas, this expression was V F of T. For ideal gas, it is V times 2 pi m k T divided by, sorry, all raised to 3 by 2 divided by H cube. Okay, so this is actually, for ideal gas, this is the single particle canonical partition function. Okay, so V 2 pi m k T all raised to 3 divided by 2 H cube. So here, if we substitute this value here, then for ideal gas, this will become N. So this is obtained from this expression, Z dou by dou Z of chemical potential. N bar is equal to, so if you substitute this value of Q in the canonical, Q is log grand partition function. Okay. So these things, if you substitute, you will get finally N is equal to Z V F of T, or N is equal to Z times V F of T. See, H by 2 pi m k T. We can write H by 2 pi m k T. This is the thermal de Broglie wavelength. Okay. Okay. Therefore, this is lambda. Then we can write this is V by lambda cube. ZV divided by lambda cube. So we can write N divided by V lambda cube. N divided by V lambda cube is equal to Z, which is very less than 1 when E minus mu divided by KT is very much greater than 1. Okay. So this is the thing. When this is very much greater than 1, then that means mu is negative and large. Okay. At that time, we are getting this expression. We noted that this can be written as N divided by, sorry, N, and N V can be written as small n, number density of particles. N is the total number of particles, average number of particles. V is the total volume. So N is the number density of the system. Number density N times lambda cube is very much less than 1. Okay. If this is the case, the quantum statistics, that is FD Bose-Einstein, converges to or merges to, what is that, the classical MP. Okay. So the condition is this thing. So when n lambda cube divided by, n lambda cube is less than 1, classical statistics become, quantum statistics become classical one. So here you can write lambda cube is very much less than 1 divided by n, or V divided by capital N. So therefore lambda is very much less than V divided by N whole raised to 1 by 3, or 1 divided by 1 by N whole raised to 1 by 3. That is the cube root of 1 by N. This is the mean interparticle distance in the system. So this is the average number. If this is the case, then we can say, in another words, if lambda is the mean thermal de Broglie wavelength is very much less than the mean interparticle distance, the distinction between quantum statistics and classical statistics disappears. Okay. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you.